It is colorful, creamy, and sold in every grocery store health aisle. But flavored yogurt and plain yogurt are nutritionally very different products. Flavored yogurts dominate dairy sections globally and most consumers assume they are equally healthy. The ingredient list is the first signal that these two products differ substantially. Some flavored yogurts contain more added sugar per serving than a glazed donut. To understand what is in flavored yogurt, we start with what plain yogurt actually is. Plain yogurt is produced by fermenting milk with live bacterial cultures, typically 2 species. The result is a food with protein, calcium, probiotics, and natural milk sugar, lactose. Flavored yogurt begins identically and then undergoes substantial industrial modification. The primary modification is the addition of significant quantities of sugar, or sugar syrups. Sugar is added both for flavor and to mask the natural tartness of fermented yogurt. Added sugar does not kill the probiotic cultures, but it significantly alters the nutritional profile. Fruit in commercial flavored yogurt is typically a cooked, sweetened preparation, not fresh fruit. Real fruit often appears far down the ingredient list, after multiple forms of added sugar. When fresh fruit is insufficient for flavor intensity, additional flavorings supplement the fruit preparation. Colorants restore the bright color lost when fruit is cooked and processed at industrial scale. Stabilizers and thickeners maintain the desired texture throughout the product's refrigerated shelf life. Without stabilizers, flavored yogurt separates and loses texture within days of production. Plain yogurt per 170 grams, approximately 100 calories, 6 grams sugar, 17 grams protein, 5 grams fat. Flavored fruit yogurt, same serving, 150 to 180 calories, 20 to 24 grams of sugar. Protein is 30 to 40% lower in most flavored yogurts due to added water and sugar dilution. The WHO recommends adults consume fewer than 25 grams of added sugar daily. A single flavored yogurt serving can represent 80 to 90% of the WHO daily sugar limit. Since 2020, U.S. nutrition labels separately declare added sugars, a critical distinction for yogurt consumers. Total sugars include natural lactose. Added sugars reveal how much was intentionally introduced during manufacturing. Calcium content is modestly reduced in flavored yogurts due to added water and non-dairy ingredients. Probiotic viability can be reduced in high-sugar formulations due to osmotic stress on bacterial cultures. Low-fat flavored yogurt appears to offer a dual benefit, less fat and fruit flavor. The label tells a different story. Low-fat flavored yogurt typically contains significantly more added sugar than full-fat plain yogurt. Removing fat reduces palatability. Sugar and modified starch are added to restore texture and taste. Dietary fat activates satiety hormones. Low-fat substitution with sugar does not produce equivalent fullness. Greek yogurt achieves its high protein content through straining, removing liquid whey from the base. Plain Greek yogurt delivers approximately 20 grams of protein per serving with 0 added sugar. Flavored Greek yogurt loses 25 to 35% of its protein advantage due to dilution from added ingredients. The straining advantage of Greek yogurt is partially offset by flavoring additions in commercial versions. For individuals monitoring blood glucose, added sugar content in flavored yogurt is clinically relevant. Opt for plain or low-sugar options. Higher sugar content accelerates the postprandial glucose response compared to plain yogurt. Research suggests plain yogurt consumption is associated with reduced type 2 diabetes risk. The protective association is attenuated in high sugar-flavored varieties, being consistent with broader sugar research. Terms like probiotic, wholesome, and good source of calcium carry specific regulatory meanings. To carry a live and active cultures seal, yogurt must contain at least 100 million cultures per gram. With the ingredient picture established, we turn to what research says about yogurt and health outcomes. Multiple large cohort studies have examined yogurt consumption and body weight outcomes. A Harvard analysis found yogurt was the single food most associated with weight loss over time. The association was strongest for yogurt consumed without high added sugar loads. The gut microbiome contains approximately 38 trillion bacterial cells. Dietary choices directly shape its composition. Live yogurt cultures survive transit through the stomach in sufficient numbers to affect the gut environment. A systematic review of 23 trials found yogurt consumption improved gastrointestinal function and reduced bloating. Calcium from yogurt is absorbed efficiently. Fermentation may enhance bioavailability compared to unfermented milk. Adequate calcium and protein intake from dairy is consistently associated with maintained bone mineral density. Fermented dairy products show neutral to modestly protective associations with cardiovascular disease in meta-analyses. Researchers attribute some benefit to bioactive compounds produced during fermentation, not present in unfermented milk. Plain yogurt is a consistent component of Mediterranean dietary patterns associated with longevity research. Yogurt appears in pediatric dietary guidelines as a recommended food from 6 months of age. Guidelines specifically recommend plain or minimally sweetened yogurt for infants, not flavored commercial varieties. Studies in multiple countries identify flavored yogurt as a major source of added sugar in children's diets. Children who regularly consume flavored yogurts consume substantially more added sugar than guideline recommendations. Fermentation reduces lactose content by 25 to 50%, making yogurt more tolerable for lactose-sensitive individuals. Live yogurt cultures produce lactase enzyme in the gut, improving lactose digestion beyond the fermentation reduction. With the science established, we turn to how to evaluate yogurt at the shelf. The added sugars row is the most important number on a flavored yogurt label. Nutritional researchers generally suggest fewer than 8 grams added sugar per serving as a reasonable yogurt target. Protein content confirms yogurt is providing satiety value. Target at least 10 grams per serving. If sugar or syrup appears in the first 3 ingredients, the product is primarily a sweetened dairy dessert. A long additive list, colorants, stabilizers, multiple sweeteners, signals a heavily processed product. Dietitians increasingly recommend plain yogurt with consumer-added fresh fruit as the optimal purchase strategy. Plain yogurt with fresh fruit delivers equivalent satisfaction at significantly lower added sugar levels. Plain yogurt plus fresh fruit provides more than double the protein with less than half the added sugar. Frozen fruit over plain yogurt is nutritionally equivalent to fresh fruit at significantly lower cost. In institutional settings, switching from flavored to plain yogurt with fruit reduces daily added sugar significantly. Children adapt readily to lower sugar yogurt formats when fresh fruit provides natural sweetness and color. Plain yogurt functions as a lower-calorie, higher-protein substitute for sour cream and mayonnaise in cooking. Plain yogurt in smoothies contributes protein and probiotics without the added sugar of flavored varieties. It's so easy. Labeling requirements for added sugars differ by country. The EU, Canada, and US have distinct disclosure rules. EU front-of-pack traffic light labels often flag flavored yogurts as high in sugar despite health positioning. The yogurt category spans from minimally processed fermented milk to dessert products with comparable sugar to candy. The choice is available at every grocery store. The ingredient list makes it straightforward to navigate. Let us consolidate what the evidence shows about flavored yogurt and its plain alternative. Flavored yogurt typically contains 3 to 4 times more added sugar than plain yogurt per serving. Protein content is 25 to 40% lower in flavored yogurts due to dilution from added ingredients. Probiotic benefits require live and active cultures, confirmed by the live culture seal on the label. The added sugars row distinguishes natural milk sugar from intentionally added manufacturing sweeteners. The simplest upgrade: plain yogurt, fresh or frozen fruit, and control over your own sugar addition. Plain yogurt consumption is consistently associated with favorable metabolic outcomes across large population studies. Plain yogurt typically costs less per gram of protein than flavored equivalents, a practical advantage. Teaching label literacy at the dairy aisle is one of the highest value nutritional education moments available. Consumer awareness is shifting. Plain and minimally sweetened yogurt segments are growing faster than flavored. 4 numbers and 1 check: added sugar, protein, first ingredient, and live culture seal. The label is the tool. Plain yogurt and fresh fruit is a choice available at every price point.